political parties. Today, Senegal is taking its destiny back in its own hands. I'm proud of these people. Shortly after, at a hotel in the city, the president-elect made his first public statements. Tonight, a result came out of the voting boxes. The big winner is the people of Senegal. I will be the president of all the Senegalese people. At the headquarters of the Senegalese Democratic Party, the atmosphere was a lot less festive. President Abdoulaye Wade's supporters were disappointed. The party now has to get back on its feet, and young people must do it. I think that the leaders must have showed their limits. Official election results are not expected before Tuesday or Wednesday, but polling stations that reported their counts via the media said that Macky Sall finished at least 10 points ahead of the outgoing president.
Senegal's president-elect campaigned on a platform of renewed social reforms, with the price of food and youth unemployment among the major issues he is expected to tackle. Well, that aside, the incoming president will also have the serious job of repaying the faith put in him by key members of the political coalition that helped him win the race. For more on that, we turn to this CFI report.
Party time in Senegal to celebrate the news that many were hoping for, particularly the youth, as one of Macky Sall's allies underlines. They are full of hope, and we will do everything we can not to disappoint them like Abdoulaye Wade did for 12 years. Sunday evening, Macky Sall said he was ready. Together we will rapidly get to work for a recovery expected by everyone and expected from everyone. Macky Sall will now have to prove that he can keep the promises he made during his campaign. His priority is making sure food prices go down. The high cost of living is one of the burning issues he will have to deal with. Youth unemployment, too, the main reason for the mass exodus to Europe. The future president is planning to relaunch the economy and take care of social concerns. We want a society based on free market economy, with a human face, with a strong dose of assistance from the state for the most vulnerable communities. Market economy does not exclude a social dimension. The 12 candidates of the first round too have expectations. Macky Sall knows very well that he will have to thank those who joined forces with him. Sall owes his victory to a broad political front with a single goal: getting rid of Abdoulaye Wade. One of the heavyweights in the alliance presents a list of tasks for the future president. The challenge of education in Senegal, higher education, middle and primary schools, the challenge of energy resources that we all face, the challenge of the upcoming agricultural campaign. Macky Sall adds to this long list good governance. He promised to divide the number of ministers by 2 and reduce the state's administrative budget.
We now take our second break. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. And in sports, Brikama United came from behind to draw the first leg of the African Club Champions League doubleheader against Tunisian heavyweights Esperance de Tunis. The away side took an early lead, courtesy of Bouzi Wajid, following sloppy defending from the host in the 4th minute. Maurice Diallo tells us more.
Boxbar Mini Stadium on Saturday. It was a thrilling and entertaining encounter between two clubs with a contrasting pedigree. A relatively young, inexperienced Brikama United side making their debut in the continent's premier club competition against Esperance Sportive de Tunis, the reigning African club champions and one of the biggest and richest African clubs. 90 minutes of brilliant football played at high tempo with some lovely display of individual brilliance coupled with beautiful possession football. Playing in arguably the club's biggest game to date against the best in Africa, the Sateba boys showed real determination and sheer perseverance, knowing that the hopes of an entire nation lies on their shoulders, and the Gambian champions did not disappoint. Esperance got off to a perfect start, with the African champion taking an early lead in the 4th minute of the game through Wasji Bouzi. The Tunisian number 8 capitalized on a piece of sloppy defending to put his side in front with a vital away goal. At that moment, it appears as if it was going to be an easy ride for the Tunisians. Few minutes later, the visitors threatened again. A thunderous shot from Ben Amor was very close to a second goal. Brikama United gradually started settling down after a nervous start to the game. With some eye-catching display in the middle of the pitch, the Sateba boys got themselves back into the game, pegging back the Tunisians in the 13th minute when Musa Bojan restored parity. Few chances followed afterwards, but the Tunisians came very close to restoring their lead, had it not been for this splendid save by the Brikama United goalkeeper to deny Joseph Jeng. Although the visitors enjoyed much of the possession in the second period, creating some nervous moments for the host, the best chance of the second half fell to the home side on the 72nd minute. A beautiful link-up play between the outstanding Ibu Kante and substitute Nabi Dabo set up for the Traore. But the striker was denied by a superb and brave goalkeeping from the Tunisian shot-stopper, preventing the Gambian champions from what was supposed to be a memorable victory. Minutes later, Brikama United's appeal for what looks to be an illegal back pass was ignored by the central referee, much to the dismay of the home fans. The two teams finally settled for a 1-1 draw. Esperance, though the happier of the two sides, but for Brikama United, it's a famous result, and the Sateba boys left the pitch with their heads up. They still have everything to play for in the return leg in a fortnight. And who knows, the Dakar miracle might be repeated in Tunis again. Momores Jallo, GRT Sports.
Well, from that 1-1 affair, we draw the curtains on this edition of the news. First, before we go our headlines, Taiwan has provided budgetary support earmarked for the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology to the tune of $500,000. The Justice Ministry has opened a new department in Basse, Upper River Region, as part of ongoing efforts to ensure timely delivery of justice. Macky Sall has made a clean sweep of the votes in the second round of voting, prompting his opponent and mentor, the incumbent president, Abdoulaye Wade, to concede defeat. And Malian students have added their voices to that of civil society groups and politicians, urging the military junta to hand over power to a civilian government. You reminded that you can follow those stories and other GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. That's all in this edition of the news. Thanks for the pleasure of your company, and do stay tuned to GRTS and enjoy the range of our interesting programs. My name is Famara Fofana. Bye-bye.
Shea butter or karité is a body softenant, anti-drying and protective skin cream widely used as an ingredient in soap, shampoos, lip balm, hand creams and anti-wrinkle production. The multi-purpose natural balm is derived from the seed of shea tree, which is domestically processed in a chemically free method.
During the cool season, shea butter is very good for both children and elders. Especially for children, it's good to rub it on their feet, on their palms, on their faces. This is supposed to help them, you know, keep the warmth, so that it will also help them to not catch flu or a common cold.